want to talk about MDF object. Let me make the zoom here. MDF object. What is this MDF object? As you know that when I was talking to you on corporate data model, when I was talking to you on corporate data model with respect to the organization management, I have shown you in the requirements gathering one PPT. In that PPT, we have four structures. I believe we have three structures. So the number one is organization structure. Second one is the job structure. Third one is the pay structure. In the organization structure, we're having the legal entity, we're having a business unit, we're having a division, we're having a department, and we are having the cost center, and we are having the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Okay. So these are the organization related objects, related foundation objects. Now what happened? You remember, right? My word in XML, if you want to do these all things, it is a hectic process. Now what happened? SAP in the quarter two 2015, what happened? They have migrated the foundation object, which was there in corporate data model. They have converted the cost center foundation object as a MDF object. Sir, what do you mean by MDF object? I don't know. Don't worry, my friend. It's coming. I'll tell you today. Cost center. The later on remaining objects as well, they have converted. Now the question is, sir, you're talking about MDF object, MDF object, MDF object. It's okay. But what is this, sir? You'll be having a question. Sir, what is this? I'm going to the workshop. In the workshop, I need to explain to the customer. Sir, how I can explain? Now customer will be asking a lot of questions. Sir, customer means what? HR people. HR people means what? They are MBAs. They are the strategic leaders. They are the system building people. So they will be asking us these all the questions. Yes, definitely they will ask these questions, because in every private limited company, the company which is having a strategic directions, which is having the a strategic reporting, which is having the a strategic associations and relationship, which is having a strategic revenue and the cost, which is having the team structures. So then definitely that company will be more than, if it is having that much business, then only that company will buy the license of SAP. SAP license is not that much simple to buy it. For every one user, it takes around $6. $6. Let's say in your SuccessFactors system, you are implementing Employee Central. Implementation cost is different. To run the Employee Central module for 1 year or 2 years and 3 years or 4 years, 3 years, they have to pay certain amount to the SAP. Okay. Now you need to explain to the customer how to build the organization structure. This is the important point in the workshops. You need to talk to the customer how to build organization structure. Organization structure. Sir, in the organization structure, you have to explain that. If the company is a private limited company, first it will be having a private limited. So that private limited company or limited company, we call that one as a legal entity. Legal entity. Some customers, they already using SAP HCM. Some customers, they are using some local products like Great HR, Road HR, Xing HR, or Black Pearl, or they're using the Darwin Box, they're using the Keka HR, they're using the maybe even some customers will be using Workday as well. So they are using multiple different softwares. So for for their HR operations. So when they are converting their design into SuccessFactor, my friend, you have to explain them, hey, SuccessFactor is having a structure, company structure. You know how it should be? It should be like the topmost one is the legal entity. What is legal entity? A legal entity is nothing but this is a government authorized authorized certificate. If you're having government authorized certificate for register certificate by register of the local government. If it's in India, register ROC is required, Indian government. If it is in the UK government register is required. If it is in UK, US, different companies, this is called legal entity. Under the legal entity, they will be having operational unit. Operational units. We call them as a business unit. Business unit. Question. Sir, I don't know what is legal entity. I don't know what is business unit. How to segregate these all things. Hold on, I'll tell you. Okay, business unit. Next one is under the business unit, sub sub business units with the sub business units. We call them as a division. Division. We call them as division. So we call them as a division. Under the division, under the division, they'll be having a departments, departments, departments. Under the departments, they'll be having cost center. They'll be having cost center. Now see here, legal entity, business unit, division, department, and cost center. This is called company structure. You take Reliance company, you take Tata company, you take any Indian company or even abroad company as well, they will be having this structure. पहले legal entity होगा, उनके बाद business unit होगा, उनके बाद division होगा, उनके बाद department होगा, उनके बाद cost center होगा. This is a hierarchy. We call them as a hierarchy. Hierarchy. All right. Now, sir, this is the hierarchy. We have to design the system. That's it. So, sir, how to identify what is legal entity? Legal entity, I told you, it's a government authorized certificate will be there. We call them as a legal entity. Now, what is business unit? A business unit is nothing but operational unit. Operational unit. Sir, what is operational unit? It's coming. I'll tell you. What is division? Division is but sub operational unit. Clear. Sir, department बोले तो what? This is the sub operational unit. Okay, and this is the cost center. Cost can be managed by each department. Okay, this is the legal entity, business unit, division, department, and cost center. Sir, can you explain me? This is the hierarchy I explained, right? Okay, can you explain me in more detail? Yes, I can explain you more detail as well about company structure. Now, I'm going to share the system. Yes, yes. Now see here, this is the success factor system. If you want to see the company structure, how it will be, go to the system here. There you can see your org chart. Click that. In the org chart, there you can see company structure overview. So this company structure overview is a package. It is a package which is available in system. Is a additional package which can be configured manually or can be loaded from best practices. It is an additional package. कस्टमर को रोकड़ देना पड़ता है उसके इंस्टॉलेशन करने के लिए. ठीक है. Now I'll show you that how it look like. In the company structure overview, click that. I'm clicking it. See here, I can see that. Here I can see in the company structure there are a couple of designs has been there. I'll be choosing the legal entity organization structure. Uh, um, oh, there's a problem seems. Let me choose something else. Okay. Okay, see here. legal entity, and then the business unit is there. Under the business we can see division. Under the division you can see department. See that under the department we don't have cost center here, but anyway this is the design how the hierarchy comes into picture. Legal entity, business unit, division, department. Under the below you'll be having cost center. Okay, clear? Any question before I move forward? Hi Kavita. Kavita Shantanu. So this is the company structure. Sir, how I can build this? In our course, we don't have this concept, but I will tell you for your understanding. Okay. Now, as I told you that this kind of a detailed hierarchy structure, when you load the best practices in the system, it won't come. When you load the best practices, it won't come. It won't come to your system. What to do it now for that? You need to enable a package. You need to enable a setting. Sir, how to do enable that setting? For that, you need to go to the employee central settings. You have to go to the employee central settings, manage employee central settings. There you can see an option called company structure overview. You have to enable this button. So here, can you see that? Company structure. See this is the one. Company structure overview. This is the one you need to enable this one. Once you enable this one, where you can see that the company structure overview, this tab will be generated in your organization chart. If it is turned off, if I'm turning off, it will be disappeared. And even other configuration has been did right, everything will be collapsed. I don't want to do that. I'm telling you, once you enable this one, then only you can see this option. So after enabling this one, where current system architecture, current reporting, current associations, however they are decided as per the structure where you can find the hierarchy. Okay. Sometimes what customer says that it's okay, whatever the hierarchy. Some customer says that we want a detailed level, granular level, a detailed understanding of a reporting we wanted, then we have to build in this kind of design. Yes. Sometimes, let's say there are some multinational companies will be there. In that multinational companies, what happened, they will be having the same design, but listen how it would be. They will be having legal entity. They will be having multiple business units. They will be having the multiple divisions. They will be having multiple departments. They will be having multiple cost centers. Sir, what is the farak? Kuch nahi farak. It's okay, leave it. Now, what is the difference? I'll tell you. They might be having multiple divisions, subdivisions, which means what? In the same design, I'm going to build one more customization. There are the companies where when they're defining the organization structure, the HR directory team, they'll be talking to you internally and they'll be saying that they require the subdivision. Subdivision. Yeah, possibility is there, which means what? So here I can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these 5 objects are SAP standard and a pre-delivered objects. Sir, I can see here in this design, out of the 5, one object has been added. Sir, how to create this one? This is called custom MDF object. Sir, how to create it? Custom MDF object is out of our training, but I'll tell you how to do it. Okay, let's move on. Next design. Some companies what happen, they will be having very complex structure, very complex. Sir, this is an additional course which costs around 5,000. I'm telling you in the same in your regular EC package only. This is additional course actually, but I'm telling in this course only. Try to understand, try to get. I just told you these are the things you'll get it, but I'm giving you additional content as well. Try to listen it. Now here, I'm talking to you architect level. It's not the consultant level. This course is for the consultant, but I'm talking to you architect level. Some companies, what happen? They will be having subdivisions as well. Subdivision. Some companies, if they're having SAP on-premise, they'll be having sub departments as well. Possibilities are, sir, some companies what happen, they may have a few more objects as well in the middle. They may have a function. Sir, they don't want to call it as a business, they want to call it as a strategic business unit. They may call as a function, or they may call as a process, sub process, and something else name, something else name, something else name. That is also possible. But you need to correlate with these objects only. You have to correlate with these objections only. Okay, now let's move on. Sir, how we can configure them in the system? I don't want to tell you today. Before I tell you this one, I should tell you that what is custom MDF object. If you understand this, what is custom MDF object, then you can configure the above concept very easily. Very easily. If I'm talking to you one by one, you never know this one. That's the reason in my learning style, I always do the reverse engineering so that you can understand it better. So in a custom MDF object, in custom MDF object, what is this custom MDF object? When you're going for interview, definitely there will be an interview question. How many custom MDF objects you have created? Mandatory interview question. Mandatory interview question. If you say that I haven't done even single MDF object, you are unfit for the consulting job, and they will simply discard your profile. And some customers, some interviews, they will ask you how many, hey, have you ever done custom MDF object? Your answer should be yes, I have done many custom MDF objects. Accepted. Now immediately the next question, what are the out of box solutions you have handled? Out of box solutions, a few or a lot many. We have additional sessions. If you want, you can buy the those sessions as well. You can register for it later on. But in this class, there is no scope for the additional custom MDF object, as I told you. But I'll tell you one customization, okay, so that you can have it in your resume. And going further, so I want to learn at least a 5 custom solutions, out of box solutions. I want to learn 5, or maybe I want to learn two, at least 2 custom out of box solutions. So each and every custom solution will be having minimum 25 to 30 business rules. 25 to 30 business rules will be there. That's for sure. Okay. If you want to learn that one, there is a separate thing will be there where you can register, you can buy for it. Okay. But for now, in this course, as additional gift that I'm giving to you from my end, the company structure with respect to the custom MDF object solution, how to create. And with the one custom object solution, how to define a custom solution to customer, which I will explain you, and I will do the configuration for that one as well. Enjoy that. So let's move on. So as of now, any question? Any question? I believe there are no questions. Okay. Shantanu, Shazmani, no. Okay. Shazmani, you have any question? If you have any question, you can note it down. If there are no questions, that's okay. Let's proceed further. Shazmani, good question. I'm coming to the same place, same point. Okay. Good point. Now, so, sir, what is custom MDF object? What is custom MDF object? What is MDF object? What is generic object? Custom object, MDF object, generic object, all are same. Shazwani, are you getting my point? MDF object, MDF object, generic object, same. Custom MDF object means what? SAP is not delivering it, where you are preparing it. That's it. That's the difference. All right. No. So when you're handling this MDF object, very important thing. In the data model as well, I told you that configuration and the data preparation. Similarly, here as well, when you want to work with the MDF objects, so here as well, we have 2 concepts. One is configuration. Second one is the creation of data. Let me maximize the screen. Configuration. If you want to do the configuration, where to do it? So there is a place called, or there is a tool called configure object definition. Configure object definition. Now coming to the creation of data, so we can do it on manage data. Manage data. Creation of data can be done on manage data. Configuration, creation of data. Configure object definition, where we're going to create a custom MDF object. Creation of data can be done, manage data. Okay, now guys, now listen carefully. Now what happened? So this is my success factor system. I have enabled the company structure where I'm able to see the company structure overview. So how to configure this one, we'll see later in classes. Okay, now so now here the problem is now what my intention is in this design, legal entity, business unit, and some division department is there, right? Correct. Now here in between division and the department, maybe under the department, I want here sub department, I want sub department. How to get that one? How to get that one? Sub department. So to get this sub department, you have to create a custom MDF object. So, sir, how to create custom MDF object? I can tell you, not right now. In later in classes, I'll tell you with this example. But I'm gonna talk to you a different example right now. The reason behind, you should understand how this custom MDF works, and you should know this application so that once you know the application, you can play anywhere. You can play here, you can play with the customer side forms, you can prepare in the third party integrations, wherever you want, you can do that. Okay? Okay, right. So now here I'm going to manage organization, sorry, manage data and no, anyway. So configure object definition, obj definition, and say configure object definition, duplicate. I said MDF objects, pre-delivered MDF objects. So come down here and say right click here. Sorry, there you can see object definition. There you can see that legal entity. Just click it. See that this is called legal entity. So this is SAP standard MDF object. If you want to delete this MDF object, the system won't allow you to delete it. 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 First point. And sir, what are the object system won't allow you to delete it? So here you can see, right? Whatever you can see here, I said 5 objects, right? So number 1, legal entity, business unit, division, department, person. Even though you try to delete it, you cannot. But what you can do is, you can disable it from the system. Disable it or enable it. Disable it or enable it. Sir, where do we can control these objects? We can control these objects by using the permission role. You can go to the manage permission role. You can go to the manage permission role. Okay. So here I can see that system admin, I'll open. Go to permissions. There you can see user permissions, administrative permissions. In the user permissions and the administrative permissions, I'm down here and say, here you can see MD manage foundation object and say manage foundation objects. And there you can see here MDF foundation objects. Okay, this is the one. Business unit, view current, view history, create, insert, correct, delete, import. When you give these permissions, cost center, next department, next division, next legal entity. When you enable these permissions, then only you can see them in the system here in this place. If you're disabling them here, you can't see them on the object definition. After this class, many of people will go and test it. Kindly don't test it. If you're disabling that, my friend, all the data will be gone. all the data will be gone. System won't work. That's the reason. Don't do that. Just listen. Okay. Now, so what happened? This is the area where you will once you are implementing the success factor implementation, even you as well, you have to create a permission role. In that permission role, so now here what happened? When you disable this access, you can't see them. But when you got the license from SAP, in that system as well, sir, do we need to enable the permissions likewise? Yes, you need to enable the permissions likewise. Then only you can see them in the system. If you're not enabling them, then in the system it won't be there. You have to enable them in the system so that you can see these are all the permissions. All right. So I have done. What is this? Clear. Permissions are done. Now, if you want to delete this one, you can't. Someone will ask you an interview, like my kind of a team. Have you ever created custom MDF objects? They said yes, I have done a couple of times. Okay. Have you deleted the legal entity MDF object configuration system? Immediately will say yes, I have done a couple of times. But the answer is a pre-delivered MDF object definition cannot be deleted. That is the answer. Okay. Now, so this is the object configuration. I can see a little bit slowing down. So there I can see that lot of fields. Sir, I'm not getting. Don't worry. In the next tab, please type here called manage data. Type it manage data. When you type the manage data, there. What is the object name? Object name is legal entity. If you want to see existing objects data, you can see that legal entity. Okay. In the system, I can see a lot of legal entities. See that? See that how many lot of entities? Lot of legal entities are there. I'm opening one legal entity. See this. In this legal entity, I can see legal entity start date, company ID. Maybe let me zoom more. Okay. Start date, company ID, company custom name, long description, status, pay group, location, hours, name of registration, currency, country, state, district, blah, blah, blah. So these are the names. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. But whereas here, see how many fields are there? Sir, here I can see lot many fields, a lot many fields. Okay, don't worry. How? This is called a framework. Now, let's say if I'm opening for new legal entity, if you want to create a new legal entity, type it in the create new, you'll get a form. See this is the form. Sir, how these fields are coming? How, what, which, everything. Don't worry, my friend. These all are part of this config object definition. Before you come for Monday, before you come to the Monday session, what you need to do is open the legal entity, open the business unit, open the division, open the department, open the cost center. So here I can see start date. In this object definition, where is start date? I can see here effective start date. There I can see details. Click that one. So name, effective start date. Database field name is start date. If you're going slow down, low in back end of this stage, there you can see label. In the label, start date. Oh my God. So this start date is equal to this effective start date. Hyla, I got it. Okay. Note a note, make a note of it. Next one. Company ID. Someone has they wrote a wrong name, but anyway, company code ID I wanted. So company code ID. Where is company code ID? Code ID. Company code ID. User and usability, entity ID, and some names are coming. So it's here external code is there, right? So details, external code. There you can see label, company code ID. Oh my God, this is company code ID. So red mark is there. Red mark, how there you can see here required. There you can see an option called required. See this? Yes. Sir, here I can enable the data. I can see write the data. The reason is there you can see visibility is called editable. Sir, status is active. Active means what? Where you can see the field here. Got it? Got it. Good job. Got it. Next, moving ahead. Sir, what is a company custom name? Company custom name. There I can see external name. Click that. There I can see external name. The label name is company custom name. Okay. I got it. I got it. I got it. So, red mark is there. There you can see that. Required is equal to yes. There I can see. So this is the way, my friend, you have to and do the analysis for all the MDF objects. How many? Only these three things. Five objects are there. Legal entity, business unit, division, department, and cost center. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. You need to do it. Okay? Just do it. Now, I'm moving my session. In this today's session, I want to build a custom MDF object. I want to build a custom MDF object. How to build that? If you want to build a custom MDF object, you have to go to a place called configure object definition. In the right side, you can see a create new, right? There, click the object definition. Now, so what kind of custom MDF object you want to create? I want to create a custom MDF object called sub department. This is my object name. Okay. In this object, what all are the fields will be there? Fields, nothing but columns. Number one, depart. Maybe I want the sub department ID. Okay. And sub department name. I will be having only these two fields. ID and name. That's it. I don't want any additional fields. I will be having only these fields. And also I'll be having sub department, sub department. Maybe I want here one more one parent department. Oh no, I don't want to do that one with, okay. I want this department ID, department name. Okay, right? I want only these two fields I want to be there. So how to create this one? Sir, why do I'm creating? I would like to create this one to achieve this company structure, sub-department company structure. Okay. No. So this is the name. I want to write it. So I'm gonna write as batch number 61 underscore sub department. This is external code I'm writing. Make sure that there should be any kind of a spaces here. In the starting letter, I can see custom. The reason itself, it's a design of the product where you can see custom. Okay. Now, effective dating. What is effective dating? Monday, I'll tell you. This is a typical interview question. There will be now four types of MDF objects. Effective dating methods will be like number one, from the parent. Second one is the basic. The third one is the none. And the fourth one is the MCPY, multiple changes per day. So in today's session, I'm going to talk about basic. So what is basic? I'll tell you on Monday, not right now. Sir, when I open the MDF object, there I can see here one, two, three fields. Oh my God, only three fields are there. Okay. Next one. Next, what I'm API visibility. What is API visibility? Ignore it. I don't want. The label. How do you want to treat? I want to get this one, the batch number 61. I want here batch number 61 sub department. I want this. This is the label I wanted. Okay. And else what? Finally. So here I want only two fields. One is a code and second is the name. Clear. And next I want to say immediately save it. An MDF object has been created. The normal permission, this X is the permission. Now hold on. This is the MDF objects I have created. If you want to see this MDF object, see this. Oh my God, what happened? I created only external code, external name, start date only. That's it. But whereas here, see that remaining fields has been created. Oh my God, I'm getting tension, worried. My friend, don't worry. By the name itself, it's called MDF, right? Which means this is called metadata framework. So framework means what? It's a concept. Now see here, when you create the MDF object with these three names, or even 10 fields, or 5 fields, 11 fields, 20 fields, 30 fields, my friend, automatically these all the fields will get generated. Event end date, transaction sequence, internal code, entity ID, record ID, effective status star, string, object type, ID, create ID, external, blah, 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 blah. These all things will get created automatically. Okay, that's the reason it's called as a framework. Okay, this is not a simple topic, my friend. This is a very huge topic, but no, I'm making a juice and I'm giving to you. You can do miracles with this object. If you want to work with SuccessFactors with the BTP, if you want with SuccessFactors with any other third-party application, SAP OpenText, if you want to work with the third-party application, any of the applications for custom designs, this object definitions are very, very important. MDF objects are very, very important. Now here I'm going to the manage data. So here I'm going to check with sub department. Oh my God, I'm not able to see it. The reason behind is every MDF object is secured with the permission rows. Even this MDF object is secured with permissions. So now what I'll do is I'll make unsecured. I'll make it no unsecured, which means what? This MDF object is not protected, not protection, which means what? Security guard is not there. There is no guard, my friend. There is no security. If there is no security, come to the manage data and type here sub depart. Wait, hold on. Refresh the system screen. Type it here. Batch number 16. See this? What I have created? I have created external code, external name. But what my customer said that I don't want a code name there. I want here sub department ID, sub department name. I want the start date should be there. I have taken basic, right? So date is very, very important for us. Let's keep the date. So configure the definition, take action, make correction, go down here, external code. There you can see details. So here, then you can see label, right? In this label, remove it. And what are the keyword that you said? Sub department ID, copy, go to the system and paste it. Okay. And also change this code as well. And these are countries translations, you know, right? Make sure you should give it and say done and say done. Next one, what else? Next one as well, sub department name. Say save it. This is the way how we can change the text of the MDF object. Now come down here and say refresh the screen. Now see here, sub department. Sir, I want here red mark. How to get it? Configure object definition. Come down here, make correction, and here go to this string here. Okay, and here I want an option here, visible table active. And then you can say required. Make it this one as yes. This is the way, my friend, how to create the MDF object. Refresh it. I got the MDF object. See this? And say save it. See that? Mandatory value. Okay. Now the question is, sir, I have done it. Wonderful. So now, sir, can you please tell me how to? I want to do some more assignments on this one. Can you explain me more? I'll explain. Hold on. Not yet done. Not yet done. Still few more out there. So I want department ID. Let's say I'm creating a department ID 1001, and the department name I'm writing as sub department 001. This is the name I'm writing, and this department started dimension 01/01/1900. Okay, and say save it. This is the one value I have created. Next, another value I'm creating. Now go to the system, sub department. So here as well, I'm going to create one more department. This is the first department, right? So I'm going to create one more department. If I'm using the same number, system won't take it. See that code is already existed. So give the same code. Okay. And also sub department one. I want this number to be 2. And I want the start date should be always 01/01/1900. Okay. Okay. So two departments I'm having. Department one, department two. Sir, I want to check it out. How many departments are there? Now what I'll do is go to the system and say here, right on here and say department. See this? Two departments are there. Department number one. This is the one, and department two. This is Clear? Now, sir, I want to fit this design. What is the design? My design is I want here legal entity. I can see business unit, I can see division, I can see that department. Okay. And the below I want department, and then I want a sub department. Where is this? Sub department. I want that design. So how to achieve it? To achieve this design, where we have a concept called associations. Associations, very, very important. There will be two interview questions on this topic. That's it. People, they are not able to answer those questions as well, but hold on, I'll tell you. Associations in success factor, we have number one, number two, number three, number four types of associations. You know, these associations can be done between the MDF objects to MDF objects. Okay, and MDF objects to foundation objects. Next, uh, MDF objects to, sorry, once again, yes, once again, a foundation objects to MDF object, or a foundation object to the foundation object. So these are the associations can be built in the system. Only these four types will be there in the system. Some people will write a notes like this. Sir, they will write a notes. How they will write? I'll tell you. They will be saying that generic object to the generic object. Okay. Generic object to the foundation object. Next, foundation object to the generic object. Okay. Next, foundation object to the foundation object. Sir, this statement both are same, 100% same. Okay. Between the two MDF objects, how to make a relationship. Now see my friend, if I'm going to the success factor this design, where I'm here, I'm having a concept, legal entity, business unit, division, next department. Let me make it up. Maybe I don't want, I want a subdivision. Okay. Sorry, subdepartment. Now question is, sir, I can see that legal entity, I know it is there, business unit was there, division is there, department is there, sub department also now I have created, cost center I have created. Okay. Now go to the success factor system, go to the place called organization chart. So there you can see here company structure. Can you see that company structure? So here is the company structure. So in this company structure, I can see here legal entity. Okay. And even here as well, I'll be taking a let me zoom out. And here I'm taking the legal entity. Okay. Let me zoom out more. Okay. And the source I'll take here as ABC01. Okay. Sir, I can see here legal entity. I can see business unit. I can see here division. I can see here department. But where is the sub department and where is the cost center? You got it right, what I'm saying? You got it right, what I'm saying? Legal entity, business unit, division, department. Okay, but where is the sub department? Where is the cost center? Sir, do we have a sub department system? Yes, it is there. Just now I created department. Is there cost center in the system? Yes, sir, it is already there in the system. Cost center. See this? Cost center. I can see the cost center. See this? I can see the cost center. Cost center is also there, but the problem is I'm not able to see them in the company structure overview. How to achieve it? Yes. All right. Now we are going towards the company structure design. Now here, listen this one. So here now what happened? Now here in the design, what happened? I'm talking about legal entity. Legal entity के बाद click करने के बाद we are getting business unit. After business unit, we are getting as a division. Okay. After the division, we are getting what? We are getting department. That's it. But now I want उसका छोटा उसके नीचे I want a sub department. Okay, and uske niche I want cost center. Now see here, this is called hierarchy. This hierarchy can be achieved by using relationships. By using a relationship. So those relationships are denoted by a concept called associations in the system. Associations. In the system, we can build four types of relationship or four types of associations. One is generic object to generic object to the foundation object to the generic object, foundation object to the foundation object. Question. Sir, should I call as MDF object to MDF object, MDF object to the foundation object to the MDF object, or foundation object to the foundation? Can I call? Yeah, you can call. Who will stop you? No one. Okay. So these are the association that relationship can build between the objects. Okay. Now it's clear. Sir, if I'm having these type of relationship that we can build within the objects, my question is between them, what kind of relationship can build? In database language, if I talk about normalization, how many of you are belongs to database? I'm not sure. In the database, there is a concept called normalization. First normal form, second normal form, third normal form, fourth normal form. Okay. Anyway, it's okay. A granular level, we to achieve it. Anyway, okay. Now, so in database level, we have a four types of associations. Number one, number two, number three, number four. Even in mathematics as well, we have four types of associations. One is one to one. Next, one to many. Next is many to one. Next one is one to, sorry. Next one is the many to many. In success factor, it supports one to one relationship, one to many relationship. That's it. It doesn't support the many to one relationship and many to many relationship. No, it doesn't. So where we should always should go for the one to one and one to many. Many to many also, we can do it, but what happened, uh, the jungle data will come into picture. That's the reason we want to design this kind of concept in success factor. Perhaps we always recommend this one to one, one to many. Okay. So when you're defining the one to one relationship and one to many relationship means what example, I'll take an MS Paint. I know I'm taking a few more minutes, please bear with me. So in this diagram, see here, I have one employee. One second. Remove the code window and I'll the box. So this is one employee. This is one database table, a person, one employee. So this is in my company. There is a parking. So there is an English statement. The English statement says that every one employee in the organization will have a parking in the only one parking in the system. Now, one employee will have only one parking, which means what? One to one relationship. This is employee in the organization. This is parking in the company. The English statement is every employee, which means every individual employee will have only one parking in the system. One employee and one parking. Sir, you are denoting in the reverse order. My friend, this is a database language. You are talking about DBMS, Oracle database, or Terra database, or Vertex database, or S/4HANA database, whatever it is. Okay. So we do this normalization form. We call them as this is called. We call them as an. We call them as a. I forgot the diagrams. Associate diagrams. These all are, but there is a name in the database level. Okay. So this is one entity, employee entity. This is a parking entity. Between the two entities where the association has been built, it's called one-to-one relationship. And similarly here as well, this is called one-to-one. In the design, do we have what kind of a design? One department is having the sub-department one-to-one relationship, or one department may have a multiple sub-departments. What kind of relationship? Based upon this one, we will configure it. Okay, that's it for today.